Hi, Auntie.
Hi, Auntie Deb. How are you,
Hi, Aunt
sweetheart?
Debbie. Oh my God, I'm good. How are you?
I'm so good. What a shit week. It was a shit week. You had a shit
It's,
week too.
you know what? Mercury's in retrograde, that whole like
I knew
astrology.
it. I knew there was something
I
going on. I knew it.
well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it does last to the 20th. So we have 5 more days.
That is horrible news. Oh, my beautiful mods. Kristen is one of my beautiful mods, and Jess is another beautiful mod. They love you, Nikki.
Oh.
Well, it's Cyberchick Boston here in the Sunday morning coffee hour with my beautiful niece, Nikki. It is the Ides of March, so beware. Everyone beware. Don't trust anyone today.
Yep. We're just missing Maddie. She's not as dedicated.
Tell us where Mads is this morning. Where's our Maddie?
Maddie it's like St. Patty's Day. This is like the parade for St. Patty's Day. So she is partying with her friends. I am sitting this one out, Auntie. I had a lot to do with laundry and working out. So, and the podcast, of course.
That's very responsible of you, Nikki. Are you growing up?
I think I am. I'm about to turn 27 and I'm like, actually yesterday I went to like take a nap and the kids outside, I say kids, they're like my age, they're playing music. I'm like, they're playing music. Like, I'm like, oh my God, I'm like a boomer now.
Turn that crap down.
No, literally. I'm like, oh my God, I think I'm like boring now.
Oh my God, that is so, okay, so the St. Patty's Day parade always takes me back to, I never went into Boston, but in Worcester, because I went to college in Worcester, and Uncle Johnny and I would just have such a good time at the St. Patty's Day parade. But like, you start drinking early, right? Like,
Maddie
so
already has one. Yeah.
by noon, I remember by noon not feeling so good.
You know what they do, and I don't think it's a good idea. They've moved every year the parade up, which like it used to start at 1, and now it starts at 11:30. And I'm like, people are just gonna drink earlier. Like, I
remember reading that they moved the parade up thinking that people won't drink or that it would be over earlier, or what was the thought process behind it?
I don't know, Auntie. I think they're doing it makes sense because people, especially underage kids, there's this thing called Borgs. Have you ever heard of them?
No.
It's like, the water jugs.
Yes.
Kids fill them with
yes.
alcohol and they name it Borg. So it's like, I don't know if it's a thing everywhere. It's definitely a thing in Boston.
Different colors. Something about colors, right? Yeah.
Yes, different colors. So it's
your dad says hi, by the way.
Hi, Dad.
Everyone go follow Wicked Racing Esports on Instagram. He's got fun videos over there. And Green Beer, Auntie Debbie says, yeah. So Maddie's already out. She's at the parade already. They're at their destination. Do you go to a bar, or are you, because it's cold out?
It is cold out. So luckily she has a friend that literally is right on the route in Southeast. So they can watch the windows, watch from the porch. So she's lucky in that sense, but like they'll probably go to a bar after, but there's so many rules this year. I was actually just reading it. It's like liquor stores have to close at 4 today, and bars can't let anybody in past 6. So they're really cracking down this year. So
I mean, it's probably impossible to get a table at a bar, right?
It is. Yeah. On top of it, there is no bathrooms on this route. Like, thank God for people who have apartments, but there's no bathrooms. I remember one year, like me and my friend, we had to resort to alternatives. I won't go into detail on how to get a bathroom because you're drinking the entire parade and there's no there's no porta potties. There's no nothing.
Hey, Liz. Good morning, Liz. We miss you. We miss you, Liz. Genuine. How are you doing, sweetheart? I heard that, I read the chat last night that your husband was called for deployment, and our thoughts and prayers are with you and your husband and wishing him a safe return quickly. And I hope you have good communication with him. Hey, Bay Harbor Beauty. What do you think of my Cyberchick beginning? Do I need to change? I don't want to change it because it took me so long. You do? It's not too boring? And it's quick. I don't like to do anything that. Okay. All right. Well, okay, the parade. I want to get back to the parade. Will it impact you if you go anywhere today? Or is it not near you?
It's not really near me in the North End. I mean, I have a lot of errands to run, so I am praying, but even yesterday I went to Marshall's. I cannot tell you the amount of bar hopping. This is a huge weekend. Like there were people like passed out on the side of the road in Green. It was crazy. And I'm in the North End. Like Southie is like big for like St. Patty's Day, and people are in the North End. I'm like, I don't know why you're here, but yeah, it's people love to drink. Bostons love to drink. Bostonians.
Is there still snow on the ground?
Near me, no, but I have seen it. But
we still have 2 feet out in our front yard.
The North End just gets so much sun. Like even yesterday, I called my mom and she's like, "It's snowing here," and I was walking in a sweatshirt. I'm like, "It's like decent here."
Yeah, it was snowing. We had flurries yesterday. We did. We did. So what are you doing today? You're doing errands.
After this, I'm going to work out, and then I'm going to go get groceries, and then I'm going to get my nails done.
You're so adulting. You're doing
an adult. I know.
Instead of going to a parade and getting wasted. I'm so proud of you.
I'm growing up.
Oh, good. Genuine heard from her husband. Yay. Kristen has no snow. That's amazing. I don't know what I'm doing today. I'm going to cook. I think I'm going to cook chicken and veggies. I don't know. I don't really have any plans today. I want to jump into spring. So it's Ides of March. We're going to talk today about a couple of things that are directly related to springs. You know how people are so focused on New Year's Eve resolutions? I'm all about a spring revival. Like spring is the time where I love to reset and kind of think like, take stock. Where am I? Who am I surrounding myself with? Who am I? So that's what I want to sort of talk about today, is making sure we're true to our authentic self. And if you don't like it, this is a good time to kind of pivot and turn the page a little bit, turn the corner. Oh my gosh, is Lisa? Lisa's actually here.
Hi, Mom.
Boston Booty's actually here. I gave her a wrench. She never shows up. I guarantee you she's not actually listening. She's just threw that in the chat on the Peloton. Or
100%. Absolutely. Oh, she said, yes, I am.
Oh, she is here. Yay. Sorry. Yes, I am. She's crazy. So we had Lisa and Auntie Lynn and Bowie come over to watch the Lilith Fair. Nikki, you would love that.
Yeah, that's what she said when she called me yesterday. She said she had a blast with you guys.
It was so good. It's such a good show. Yeah. Tell me the story. You have a funny story that you wanted to tell me about your mom.
I guess I'll just preface it. I love my mom. She's like, she is my best friend. She truly is just like the light of my life, my best friend, my everything. However, she is one of the most chaotic people I've ever met. She's on her way.
She has a lot of kids and dogs, and she's very busy. She is busy,
but she's driving, and she likes to use Siri. She likes to use Siri. And all of a sudden I get put in a group chat with a random number. And in the series, she's like, "Hi, girls." I'm assuming she meant to put my sister in it. She must have put a different Maddie. So I call her to let her know, and she like answers, and she's like, "Yes." And I'm like, "Mom, you put me in a group chat with a random number." And she's like, "Oh my God, who is it?" And she's driving, and I'm like, "I don't know who it is." So, and she put like our whole life, life.
Honestly, she does that all the time. I mean, she does things like that all the time. She's a spaz. We're not making fun of you, Lisa. We love you.
We love you. It's just, it's typical. The amount of times I get put in a group chat with like a random number because she like says Nikki and Maddie, and Siri either hears like Matt, or something else. So she keeps.
My favorite is when she just randomly texts stuff into our like family chat or Wordle chat or game. And we're like, what is, I'm sorry. I meant to put that in Explorer. Like, what? I'm so
she keeps you going. For real.
She keeps us going. How was your, you just got back from, not vacation, but a quickie. How was it in Florida?
Oh my God, it was so fun. We left Thursday night at like 8 p.m.
What was it a bachelorette party or?
No, I left with my best friend. Work was really crazy a couple weeks ago, so I called her up and I was like, "Can we just book a flight to Florida? Just go." And she was like, "All right." She's my spontaneous friend. We'll like literally just hop on a flight and do random times and go places. So it was super, super nice. Fort Lauderdale's tough. It's just a bunch of underage kids drinking. Even if you're in the nicer part of Fort Lauderdale, you still come across like the 12-year-olds that somehow got into a bar.
That's where your mother was too, Fort Lauderdale, right?
I asked her, I'm like, because she stayed near me, and there's this one strip with like a bunch of bars. I mean, Auntie, there's one bar you're gonna get disgusted where it has a pool in the middle of the bar in Fort Lauderdale. Like, and it's disgusting, to be honest with you. So,
did you go in it?
Not the pool. We went into the bar at night because they had like a DJ and stuff and like
people
themes.
swim at night too.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's disgusting. Like it truly, oh my gosh. I mean,
I think Genuine sums it up pretty well for us.
Yeah.
Drunk people, bathing suits. What could go wrong?
I have never been hit on more in my life. And it was literally because of 12-year-olds. It's not even like a flex. Like it was like young kids or like older men. It was very weird. So
no one in your age group.
No.
What are 12-year-olds doing in the bar?
You know what? I'll tell you. We're talking to one of the bartenders about it. Like the cops just don't care. They make so much money. You could pay $20 to drink all day and they don't check IDs. Like it's so Fort Lauderdale is the place.
So you're getting all the high school kids.
Getting all the high school kids for sure. For sure.
Uncle Johnny went to Fort Lauderdale when he was in high school.
Did he underage drink? I'm sure he was able to.
Sure he did. I don't remember. It was so long ago. I didn't know him back then, but I'm sure Auntie Deb wants to know if the water was yellow. Ew.
The pool really like when I say it was in the middle of the bar, it quite literally was in the middle of the bar.
Seems dangerous.
Yeah, it definitely was. We didn't stay there long. I didn't look. We went at night, so I was not examining the water, but I'm sure.
Are there lifeguards there?
I don't think so. I mean, I would assume. I don't think it's a deep pool, if that makes sense. Like, I think it's just level. I really tried not to go near it. I didn't want to fall in it.
I'm fascinated. Okay, so your mother didn't go to those places. She went to even though she was in Fort Lauderdale.
It's like a strip. So we stayed about like a 12-minute walk. There was a Cantina Taco Bell, which means you can buy alcohol from the Taco Bell, which is my dream. So we did go there, but it's like this one strip. I don't know how to explain it because like Fort Lauderdale is like a big area, and we stayed.
It's like Hampton Beach. It's like
yes, it literally is. So the more towards that strip is just like a nightmare. But we only went past there to go to a few restaurants or like a couple drinks. There's a really fun bar called the Elbow Room where they literally like live stream. So we went there. It was fun.
So sometimes you might see us talk about Rat House Media, which is a YouTube that comes in here once in a while, Danny and the rats. Yep. He sometimes streams the Elbow Room.
Yes.
He just streams it and they make the people watch. So I know the Elbow Room, even though I've never been there.
You know what's funny? They do it at my work. They'll throw it up like it's not like my work. It's like my coworkers will throw it up on the TV. So I was texting people. I'm like, I'm at the Elbow Room. And they're like, go in front of it. And I was. They literally, it looks like a security camera. But
you were probably on Rat House Media's stream.
I'm literally going to pull this up right now and show you guys that you can barely see it, but let me see. But I was on it.
Oh my God.
It was so funny.
So exciting.
Here, let me see if I can get rid of the blur.
Yeah, take your background.
Nobody judge my background. Okay. That's me waving. Do you see me waving?
Oh my God. I see you. I know that. I know that view from Oh my God. I'm dying right now. That is so funny.
You'll have to tell him, be like, you might have seen my niece live streaming.
Oh my God, that is so funny. It's first of all, I didn't know that was even a thing until Danny was streaming it. I'm like, why do they stream it? I never knew. Is it just a famous bar that people know they're being streamed?
It is a famous bar. And honestly, I wouldn't have even known to go there unless the people at my work, they're like, if you're in Fort Lauderdale, go to the Elbow Room. We can watch you. And I'm like, okay. So when we went there, I'm like, we got to go to the Elbow Room. So I think it's known, but there's live bands. It's such a cool bar. Like that bar was one of my favorite places we went to. So
really?
It was really fun.
It seems like it's got a really chill bar.
You know, it's definitely an older crowd vibe. I mean, there was definitely young people there, but like it's not with the underage, like towards that strip, which was nice.
which is nice. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what have you done today so far? I walked Prince with Bowie and Auntie Lynn at the high school. We had a nice
Oh,
walk.
did you?
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't done, I mean, I got up, actually, I have done a lot. I've got up, I did laundry. I live in the North End, a very 1800s building. So I unfortunately don't have in-washer unit, washer and dryer, or central
Do you
AC.
hate that, or are you okay with that?
Here's the thing. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. It's across the street for me. It's super easy, but to do a full load, it cost me $12. Like, it's pretty expensive. And that's not with the laundry or the detergent and dryer.
That's wash and dry.
That's wash and dry. Yeah. So it is definitely expensive.
It is a lot. Yeah. Yeah.
I deal with it, but I was cleaning my apartment today. And I live with two lovely girls. I love them so much. However, when I opened up the trash can, I got to take off my blur again. I found this lovely eyelash.
I thought it was a bug. Oh my God, that's beautiful. What a beautiful eyelash.
Eyelash. So I texted my roommates. I was like, this scared the crap out of me.
Yeah.
I actually threw the trash can, believe it or not, because I was opening it up and I thought it was a bug. And we have centipedes here when it gets warm. So I screamed, and we don't know whose eyelash it is. None of us wear eyelashes. So that's fun.
Well, okay, that's more concerning than thinking it was a bug. Did you have company over? Did anyone have any friends over?
I mean, like, we have friends over all the time, but like, I don't know anybody that wears eyelashes. I mean, it probably is friends.
Because I see people your age with, you guys don't do the fake. I'm glad you don't. I don't really like the fake. No. Not to be judgy, but
no, none of us do. Maddie doesn't wear them either. So, I mean, we've definitely we have people here all the time. Not really sleeping over though. Like, that seems like you take off your makeup and I don't know. It was
we need an update on that. Whose eyelash is it? Oh, it's Kristen. Linny went to church. She'll probably hop on after church. She's the good girl that is praying for all of us right now. But she will join afterwards. And I walked with her this morning. She misses everyone. She wanted me to go live yesterday. Lynn did. She goes, go live after my Costco run. And I'm like, no, I'm busy. I was busy. We had a really nice celebration with Brycey and Kyle and Emma and Uncle Johnny. It was fun. We went to Gibbet Hill, and we actually sat in the silo. Do you know there's a silo behind the bar that's just, it only has one table. It's like your own private little room in a silo that looks out over the pastures, and I didn't even reserve it. That's just where I didn't even know it was there. It was great.
So nice.
Yeah, it was really
good. The
nice.
food they have the best food.
It was, yeah, we all got fillets. It was fabulous.
Oh my gosh.
I always feel bad eating fillets looking out on the pasture of the cows. Don't look. Sorry.
Don't look. Close your eyes.
Yeah, it was really nice. It was, and we had carrot cake for dessert, which was phenomenal. So
oh my God. Auntland is crazy. I don't even think we talked about it when there was an active shooter, or there was rumors that there was an active shooter outside my work. I got a text from her daughter, and her daughter's like, I heard you're hiding under your desk and the shooter's inside and I'm like, what? There was just they just advised us to stay inside because there was someone with a gun outside, and it's
scary though, if you know that, and it's the TD Garden. So, and she worked there for so many years, right next door. So, and there are crazies there.
I know, and that's what I think it was. I think it was a crazy.
It's a crazy.
No shots were fired, but they advised us to stay indoors. So I just texted. I don't know. AJ's also a paramedic nearby, and sometimes he gets called in. So I was being proactive texting, and the rumors spread, and I got text. She was hyperventilating to my mom.
Yeah, she was worried. She worries about all of us. She's so sweet. Every time there's an accident, she checks on everyone.
I know. She's the best.
Hey, Dima, thanks for joining. Your mom wants me to talk about Lynn refusing to believe Adam's first wife was Lilith. So, the Lilith Fair, where the name, I don't want it, spoiler alert, watch Lilith Fair. It's a friggin' awesome women's festival documentary. And even my husband, I put it on, and I said, you want to watch this? And Uncle Johnny's like, no, I'm busy, but go ahead, you put it. And I said, well, let me just look at the trailer. and I immediately, the music came on. It was so good. Him and I just stood there and watched 2 hours worth of, it was just good. It was just that good. He actually came down with Aunt Lynn and Aunt Lisa, and he's like, tell me when the certain musicians were on. So anyways, it's called Lilith. Bless you, sweetie. It's called Lilith Fair. And Sarah McLaughlin put it together, and she came up with the name Lilith. And someone had told her, like, name it Lilith because she's a very beautiful, strong, the story goes that she was Adam's first wife, that she told him, I'm your equal. We were made the same way. And he was like, no, you're beneath me. So she left, and then he married Eve. Now, I don't know if this is true or not, but Aunt Lynn was having a friggin' fit when she's like, that's not true. Adam did not have a first wife. I read the Bible. That's not, even on the walk today, Lisa, I said, well, we had a debate over dinner about Lilith marrying, she goes, Adam did not marry Lilith.
No way.
I love the name because it's so, regardless if it's true or not, she's portraying this really strong woman. And then fear, she came up with fear because she didn't want to use festival. Fear can have multiple meanings. It can mean your fear in life. Let's be fair. It can be your fear and you're beautiful. And then there was another one that, wait a minute, my mic went. Did you see?
Yeah, I was gonna say, oh my God, I just had an oh crap moment. I'm like, uh-oh.
You're like, do I have it? So I don't know what's going on with my mic, but every once in a while, like I'm not even sharing anything. It just switches to my laptop and mutes me. It's so weird. It's like, it's because I'm talking about Lilith. Yeah. So whoever it is, back off. It's okay.
It's the eyes of March or whatever you're saying.
Eyes of March. Something is in here. There's always like a spirit in here, and every once in a while they fuck with my. But luckily now, as soon as I see it, I think the first time I just kept talking, and people were like, "Yeah, we can't hear her." You know? Were you thinking like, over?
Oh my God, Auntie, it went out, and I was like, I didn't touch anything. Thank God. I was like, so it's not me. And then you immediately came back. I was like, thank God.
Okay, Denise, we're going to pray for one of her drivers rolled one of our trucks. Is he okay? Sending prayers. Okay, Elizabeth has an Auntie Lynn story. Remember when I was choking as a little kid and she ran out of the room? That sounds like me. Are you sure that wasn't me? Mama Mia, good morning. Thank you so much. Okay, Jess has the real story. No, they just shacked up for a bit. Eve was a home wrecker.
My God, Aunt Lynn would have a heart attack.
Aunt Lynn's at church trying to figure it out.
Trying to figure it out.
No, she won't even go there. She's like, nope, it's not. That's false. But she still liked the documentary.
Good.
So that's good. She still liked it.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch.
Deb's yelling at her daughter, Elizabeth, in the chat. Oh, you took him to MGH. No word yet. Oh, that's so scary. Truck drivers are key for us to have things going on. So what do you think? What are you hearing about the war? Do you want to talk about the war, or would you rather not?
No, we can talk about it. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know too much about it.
That's why I'm here. I do the research for it. I don't know the latest. I know that there's something going on with the Strait of Hormuz where I know that the administration reached out to our allies yesterday, France, Switzerland, and asked for help because Iran's not letting anyone through and it's going to impact the oil deliveries, and no one's answering the call. So I don't really know. Oh, I wanted to give her the Heimlich. I'm a savior here in this story. I must have blocked it out. I have no idea. Yeah, nothing would get to us, side-eyes, Jess, without our truck drivers. So you don't have to keep up on the war. I will keep up on it. I'm just worried about it all. I'm worried. No. I told Aunt Lynn if my sons were in the military, I'd be so scared.
You're probably gonna yell at me for this, but like, I really try to stay off social media these days. And not that I don't want to educate myself. It's just so dark. Like it's so hard to hear. We bombed this. Our president did this. We like it's very hard to hear. And I try my best to stay off social media, even though I probably should educate myself and I know it's important, but it really is hard to
tune
hear.
into my lunchtime learns. I try to do it in small doses so that everyone kind of stays current. I do try to focus on facts. I do try to focus on data. There was an interesting story that I might do at the end of the show. I know you have to leave at noon, that talks about the a hack. So for everyone that knows, NIKKI is in cybersecurity, as is her mom, as is me. And there's some surveillance stuff that's coming out, that there's hacking going on in airports and cell phones. We'll talk about that later, but it's all tied together. So I do try to focus on national security when I think about the war and I think about everything going on there. But you do have to protect your sanity. So, okay, let's talk about Aaron Parnas. You were going to marry him, but you don't even know that.
I was like, what? I'm like, I thought we were talking about someone famous for a second. I was like, whoever that is.
Let's talk about Aaron. So I found him. And this is how cutting edge your Aunt Cheryl is. I find, because I'm looking for independent journalists, and it's really important right now. I've been saying this all along. If you know us, our family was in an Amazon documentary called Desperately Seeking Soulmate, Escaping Twin Flames. And it was, our focus was getting our niece out of the cult. She is out today. She is safe. We want to make sure that we keep that cult in front of everyone so that your child and family members don't go through it. And also we want to keep tabs on when they finally prosecute Jeff and Shalia. So in order to be connected to that cult, I had to find independent journalists. And mainstream media is trash, whether it's Fox News or CNN. It's just trash, right? On both sides, they've taken such extreme views. Yeah. So let's find really good reporters. But one thing I did read, to go off topic, is the administration is really upset with how mainstream media is representing the war, and they're going to pull their media licenses for the first time ever. I don't know if that's possible or not. Wow. Making the independent journalists that I've been finding and seeking out so important. So one such journalist is Aaron Parnas. He's 26. He was perfect for you, NIKKI.
Oh my God, but
he's married. He's married. I didn't know he was married. I researched him and nothing.
Happily married?
We don't know. Okay, that is what I asked.
I'm asking important questions here. If he's perfect for me, I have to ask.
So I don't know if he's perfect for you. The chat thinks he's boring, but it seems that I like boring, and I like, that's something we're finding out here. Because, but you're the same way. You're in cybersecurity. Okay, so hear me out. He graduated college at 14. His father is from Ukraine and was actually indicted by Trump. He was connected with Trump and Mayor Giuliani in the 1990s. And then, and he was critical in finding information on Hunter's laptop, Hunter Biden's laptop. But then something happened and the administration turned against him and they indicted him. He went to jail. And Aaron's tried really hard to separate himself from that connection because he wants to be known as his own independent person. So he's brilliant, went to college at 14, became a lawyer at 18, worked in a law firm for 5 years, and then decided to report the news. And right now the administration is really pissed because he's gotten so popular. There was a story in USA Today where he was, they were saying, like, who is this guy? All the generation Z is getting all their news from him. And I'm like, that's my guy. That's my go-to guy. Everyone in TikTok is, because he does little sound bites, 8-minute videos. Yeah. And that's all, young people can take for news.
Because it's so long.
So anyways, he's our go-to guy because he's smart. And he used to be a Republican, and then he did vote for Harris the last election. So I like that too, that he can see both sides. I don't think he's a fan of Trump because Trump is currently going after him and trying to shut him down from reporting. But I don't think there's anything you can do. I think he's allowed to report. But I don't know. Anyways, and yeah, the mainstream, you can't trust the mainstream media, right?
I think no matter what side you're on, I just feel like everything's so negative these days. Like the news is impossible to go. And maybe that's been a thing for years or whatever, but I generally cannot tune in. I see something political, I just like swipe. I just can't do it for my sanity. I know it's probably not the best thing to
People
admit.
like drama. So I think they do it, it's same as YouTube, right? The one thing that I don't do is I don't entertain the drama. I really don't. I mean, maybe we dabble in it a little bit for fun. I've made some missteps along the way, but I try to stay the course of like not going down. But if I went down the drama, I'd have so many more views and clicks. And,
I know.
And that's the same with mainstream. I mean, they're paid
Agreed.
by views. And so, yeah, it's drama. Drama and negativity. Yep. Keeps everybody watching. So with that said, I'm going to talk a little bit about the title of this stream what was the title? It was, by the way, you look beautiful in the thumbnail, don't you? You really do.
Oh my God, that picture's from Maine. I love that.
Oh, it was from the hotel?
Yeah, it was a sunset. And I like rarely take selfies. So I just was like, oh, it's a pretty sunset. And I was like, oh,
okay. So honestly, I went over this. I was talking at Bryce's birthday celebration. It's been my theme this week. The emperor wears no clothes. And I'm like, listen, I've all throughout work, all throughout my personal life, this story has meant a lot to me. And I start telling them about it. And they're like, yeah, Mom, we know the story. But I don't care. If everyone knows the story, I'm going to tell you it because it's short. And I think it's springtime and we need to reset and rejuvenate. And so it's a good time to kind of go over what this means. So this story, and you know what's funny? I don't remember. I think I first read about it in college, but I must have read about it in high school. I don't know. Anyways, it's called The Emperor's New Clothes. And the fairy tale is Hans Christian Andersen. And it's just a short story from 1837. And basically, the emperor was obsessed with wearing the finest clothes. And he would spend huge amounts of money on new outfits. And two con artists arrived in the city claiming they could make a magical fabric. And they said the cloth had very special property. Only intelligent, competent people could see it. And anyone who was stupid and unfit for their job and lacked any credibility would not be able to see it. And so the emperor's like, oh, this is perfect. Not everyone will have this piece of clothing. I'm going to buy it. So the trick was that the weavers pretend they're con artists to work on the clothes, and the officials are sent to check on the progress and report back, but they don't see anything. And they're afraid to admit it because they know if they can't see it, they must be stupid and unfit. And this goes back to my other show where I talked about that feeling of an imposter syndrome. They don't want to speak their truth because they're like, it must be me. I must be stupid. So they lie and they say it was beautiful. The fabric was gorgeous. And then the emperor goes to see it and he doesn't see it because there's nothing to see. So he pretends that he sees it too because he can't possibly admit that it's not beautiful. So eventually, he puts it on and they decide to have this big parade. Hey, it's perfect. Oh, my son Kyle is calling because Kyle does not listen to my live streams. And he seems to always call in the middle. So there's a Southie St. Patrick's Day parade. Just kidding. There's a parade. And the emperor puts on his imaginary clothes and walks out in public. And the townspeople pretend that he has clothes on because they don't want to look stupid and unfit. No one wants to speak their truth. And then a small child blurts out, he's not wearing anything at all. He's naked. And then everyone, even the emperor, realizes like, oh shit, I'm naked. But he's too far gone to acknowledge it. So he pretends he's not naked. He saves faith. In order to save face, he just continues with the parade. So that's the story. And I love that story for a lot of reasons. But, You know, NIKKI, there's times, whether it's at work or in your personal life, where we've all done it. You go along with something and it's not the truth. So I think we all have to kind of just revisit authenticity and say what feels good. You've been in meetings, and I always say this to you. I wish the age that I'm at now could be inserted into your brain so you'd have the confidence to stand up, because today there's no way I'm not speaking my truth, although it's hard. If you work for a large company and you've got the vice president or president standing up in the room with this horrible idea, and all he's surrounded by are yes men. Yay, that's a great idea. Would you feel comfortable? Even in that situation, I don't know what I'd do.
No. I mean, first of all, I've never heard that story, so I really, really enjoyed that. I really did.
That makes so much to me.
Well, and you know my last company, I won't name names, but it was a pretty corrupt company, and there was a lot of things that went on that I never said. And I think it's a tough topic, because even, I don't know, like, I feel like sometimes it's even more damning, like a whistleblower, like it is more damning. Even if I say something, if it's for the greater good, you damn yourself. You have sometimes with the ties and connections and networking that's happening, I don't know, you shoot yourself in the foot, if that makes sense.
Every situation is going to need its own risk assessment. And at your stage, you have so much to lose, right? Because you don't have the experience and the confidence and the network yet.
Yep.
Where I'm braver today. So one of the things when I do women's panel in cybersecurity, I love to talk about just be your brave. And your brave today is way different than what my brave is.
Agreed.
My brave may be just asking someone in the meeting ahead of time, hey, can you make sure that I get to say something in this meeting? I'm usually steamrolled over. Can you be my ally? Like, that's brave for you, where I'm going to be in that meeting going,
yeah,
I want to say something, and your sentence interrupted the middle of my sentence. Sorry about that. But, knowing what your brave is and then working around it and being authentic is really important.
I feel like I'm really lucky. I call you and my mom my moral compass, truly. Like, cybersecurity, it's very male dominated, 100%. So every job I've been in with cybersecurity, it definitely is hard for me to speak up. I feel like I get uncomfortable when I interrupt someone, but I feel like sometimes the men in meetings that I work with, not now, but in previous jobs, have no problem. Like even if it looks like I want to say something, they want to get their thought out. So I definitely feel like having you and my mom and the things that you guys have gone through and the things that you taught me, it's definitely put me at an advantage compared to probably other women my age in cybersecurity.
That's fair. That's really fair. And one of the things that I've noticed in the research of when I joined YouTube there were 72% of all content creators are men. So again, but the fastest growing segment of audience is women 45 and older. So I'm like, okay, there's a disconnect there. There's an opportunity.
Well, that's you.
Yay! Women can come in.
You win.
So my friend and I will always be at work, and sometimes she'll just type the emperor. The emperor's in the room. And we know exactly, because we talk about it all the time. Like, the emperor, we have people making such bad decisions sometimes and they're just surrounded by yes people. Yeah. So I just always show up and try to, moral compass. Thank you for saying your moral compass.
You are. You and my mom. I mean, I can call you. This week is a perfect example where, I'm emotionally invested, and I can call both of you and you both can be like, okay, your feelings are valid. Here's what you're going to do. Here's a plan. Here's the reality of the situation. Here's what I've dealt with. So you guys are my level head. I can
try to give you two options. Like, well, this first of all, always acknowledge, like, it's not fair. Not a lot of what you're going through isn't fair. It's not fair. Life isn't fair, So, so I give you two options. Like, what do you want your outcome to be? Because one of them could be too brazen at this point in your career, or you don't give a fuck and you're leaving and you can go this, but just try to, sometimes it just helps to talk it out with people, The emperor has no clothes is also really good for cults. So sometimes when people think like, how did she ever get sucked into a cult? Or how are you following someone for so long if you're and you don't really have the same belief system, or they're bullying you. And that's what cults do, is they bully you, right? They love you, they make you want to be part of something really important, and then they turn and they bully you, and you don't walk away because you're too invested in it. And so calling out like, hey, the emperor has no clothes, and he knows it, but he's still walking around in that parade. I love it. It applies to so many areas in our lives. So that was your Sunday sermon, your lesson for today.
My lesson. You Bowl of Sketty. First of all, I love that name. Is that Bowl of Sketty?
Isn't it the best?
That's hilarious. The funniest part about this story is growing up, obviously I have an older sister. My mom's in cybersecurity and so is Auntie. And all growing up, guys are like, you have to get into cyber. It's the industry. Like, there's not a lot of women. You'll be successful. And we always brush them off, little like 16-year-olds. We're like, that's stupid.
Well, they know.
And I went to school in sales. It wasn't until I was 22. I went out to dinner with a friend, and she's in cybersecurity, and she raved about it. And then I got into cybersecurity. So my mom was pretty PO. It had nothing to do with her, but my friend who is in cyber.
Do you feel comfortable saying what school you went to? You don't have to if you don't feel comfortable doing it.
Yeah, it's a small school in Massachusetts, Springfield College.
Yep.
Small school.
She did great.
But I didn't go for cyber. As much as my mom and Auntie pushed it on us, like, it's a great industry. We never listened. I never entertained it until my friend.
I didn't go for cyber either. I went to business. I have a business degree. So I don't need to be honest with you, there was no cybersecurity when I graduated. It wasn't a field until, 2000, really. It evolved into something.
I think the beauty of cybersecurity, it depends. If you wanted to get into sales, you don't need a cybersecurity background. Right. I didn't. I mean, I work with people who were teachers. I work with people who were car salesmen. Like, generally, like, it's such a broad scope. So unless you wanted to be like an ethical hacker or like a pen tester or an engineer on the back end, she would need to go into cybersecurity for school. But again, she could still go into cybersecurity. You don't necessarily need it, which I think is the beauty of cybersecurity.
Bowl of Sketty, if you want, you can find a month ago, Lisa, NIKKI's mom, and I did a pretty quick hour-long session on how we got into cybersecurity. And also, my email's in the show notes. Happy to reach out to your daughter or have her call me, and I happy to. That's what I do, is I offer guidance to women coming out of college if they're looking to get in. And to NIKKI's point, if you have no idea, you get into like renewals or inside sales, and let the company, the startups, teach you and train you. And that's the best way to know. Unless you've already got an engineering degree or a marketing degree, then that's a different path to take. But totally happy to help out anytime.
It's definitely a good industry, though. Like, very recommend her getting into it.
Oh my goodness. I went to Westfield State and used to work at York Street Jail in Springfield. Hopefully NIKKI doesn't know.
Oh my God.
Hey, Dr. Trey, how are you? I do love helping. And that's what this show is really about. Anytime we can help with technology or networking, like, let's do it. I already talked to a couple of people have reached out to me with questions for I think we could do more with graduates. I've already done a show when I talked to Maddie and NIKKI about how, and even your mom, like, when you graduate, there's no one you spend all this money at college and they're like, all right, thanks, see you. You're like, wait a minute, you're not going to place me. You don't have contacts. You're not networking.
Yeah. I relied on you and my mom. You remember that? Looking at my resume, I mean, even just talking it out, no guys.
We've helped all the kids, all of them. And, unless you're Elizabeth and you have a specialty, and Jessica, they had specialties. But if you just graduate with, and you don't have any direction, you're not really sure, if you graduate as a nurse, you want to be a nurse, but you don't always know what you want to do. And
you need moral compasses, like you and my mom.
Moral compasses. It's funny. So the people that I work with, we all help each other. I will just text, Ann, my friend Ann Johnson, I'll be like, hey, 3 people need to link in with LinkedIn with you, because she's got such a high profile. Just being connected on LinkedIn is huge. So, and she just does, we do it for each other. I get them all the time, except Randy's LinkedIn, it's coming over. Yep. Okay. because you don't always accept them, or I ignore LinkedIn requests sometimes because I just don't know
I
them.
accept everything.
You do?
I'm trying to build it up. I have like
How many
1,500.
That's good.
I know.
That's good.
I'm trying to build it up. I mean,
I don't know. I
especially
have over 5,000, but I also have followers, so I'm not really sure how many
I
I
think
have.
you've hit like the important tier that you probably have just followers now.
I do have followers. Yeah, I do have followers. I don't know, but I don't really post a lot there. So that's interesting because I was going to do YouTube on LinkedIn. I'm so glad your mom told me not to, because every time I stream it to Facebook, Twitter,
Yeah.
and YouTube. And I wanted to extend it to LinkedIn, right? For the awareness of the cult. And your mom's like, I'd wait and see how it goes. I'm so glad because there's a lot of trash on YouTube. I didn't know YouTube was trashy. I'm gullible.
I don't think it's trashy. No, I think that's
some of it can be. So, I mean, some of it can be. It's not, yeah, that's probably not fair to say.
I mean,
Cyber is our leader. Yes.
I think it can be trashy, but yours, no, I don't think so. I think LinkedIn's weird. Some people use it as social media. Like I'll go on and
Johnny
people are
gets
like,
so mad at that. He's like, look at this LinkedIn post. I don't care that she's at a coffee shop.
That's what I'm saying. It is weird. That I do think it's very strange when people post like, sorry if anybody in the chat does it, but I do think it's weird when people update their life on LinkedIn. And maybe it has something to do with profession, and that's great. But like you were saying, like some people are like, tried out this new coffee shop, like it's a peppermint mocha latte. And I'm like, what does this have to do with like work? I don't know. That's just a me preference because the only thing I post is like RSA or what's going on with cyber in the world. And I try to like educate people that I'm linked in with. So that's the only thing I do. So maybe it's a different generation.
Hold on. Kyle's texting me.
Uh-oh, what's he saying?
I have to tell him I'm live. Do you think my kids should watch?
Yeah, tell him I'm on it.
I did. I showed him the thumbnail at dinner. I'm like, look, everyone, tomorrow. I think it's better that they don't watch. It's better. Yeah. Oh, Kristen would never put a personal life on LinkedIn. Yeah. So, and I think a lot of this is personal too. That's why I don't think YouTube's trashy. I shouldn't say that. Maybe it's the X component. It's new for me. Look, YouTube is new. It's new. I've been doing it since October. So I'm still figuring it out. Maybe in a year or two.
Maybe it's the drama that you're referring to might be the trashy part.
Maybe, and people like drama too. Is it like that at TikTok? On TikTok, is it?
Oh yeah, that's trashy. TikTok's trashy. Yeah, I mean, and also you can't control. Like, say you did link it to your LinkedIn. If somebody commented, you can't control what the trolls or what somebody comments says too. So I guess that's a good point. Maybe not to link it.
Yeah, and your boss sees your life, and my boss would see not my boss because I'm best friends with my boss, but other work like customers or other people in the industry would see your family, and you don't like that. Yeah. Yeah, X is trashy and so toxic. I haven't been on X, so it's been a nice break. It's been a nice break. I haven't been on X. But yeah, when you and Maddie said you get your news from TikTok, I'm like, and that's what Aaron said. Aaron came from TikTok. He's like, I had a big following on TikTok, and now I go on YouTube, and I'm like, that's amazing to me that's where people get their news.
I think it's a blessing and a curse. And I've told my mom this, like, because she always says, like, obviously someone can spin a story through TikTok. Like there could be half of a video you don't see or a quick point of view, and you can obviously jump and make judgments. But I try to tell her with what news she watches, it goes through a news source. So no matter where you watch it, somebody can pivot a story or put, I mean, obviously like CNN is more reliable than TikTok, but I think TikTok, you could see live. It doesn't have to go through a news source. You can see it, but it can also be spun. But yes,
TikTok small. You know what? I'm just noticing my sweatshirt is ginormous.
I love it.
It's so big that I'm like swimming in it. It's summer. It's summer. It's Sunday.
It's summer.
Guess what? Okay, side note, don't tell anyone. I'm debating taking, so I hit my 10 years at my current company, and they sent me beautiful. Yeah, they sent me beautiful flowers, and I get a sabbatical now of like an 8-week sabbatical whenever I want it. I'm actually thinking of taking the summer off. Is that crazy?
No, do it. Wait, okay. I thought it was 7 years. It's 10? Like, for sabbatical wise.
For where we are, it's 10. So, and I gave your mother the
Oh my
flowers. They're
God.
beautiful. Your mother, because I can't have flowers in the house. I'm allergic to them. So your mother has my 2 vases of flowers. See, this is why it's a good thing I'm not on LinkedIn, or my company would know.
You have to do the summer. You have to.
Right?
You have to.
Shouldn't I do the summer? Like,
you have to do the summer. Auntie, you would live your best life.
I know.
At the pool? Are you kidding me?
That's what I said, because I told Uncle John, he's like, of course, his first thought, because he knows I drive him crazy when I'm on vacation or like have downtime. He's like, he goes, are you going to be bugging me like every day to do things? Because I'm really busy. And I go, no, I'm going to be out at that pool every single day reading a book.
Auntie, there's no other time to take it.
No.
Yeah. No, because you would be bored in the winter or the spring, summer.
I know. I don't know. I'm listening to the chat. Yeah, that's
chat. Come on, tell her summer.
Summer. It just seems so all of a sudden because I wasn't prepared for it. Skip took a bath last night. I know when NIKKI goes, I can't do that to NIKKI.
What?
Skip, the isolation guy, the guy that's in isolation, takes baths on Saturday nights and has revelations. But here's the thing. He's in a bathing suit, but I didn't know he was in a bathing suit. So I was worried when the bubbles moved.
No. Auntie, please, 8 minutes.
I won't do it till you leave. Don't worry.
That scares me.
Yeah, so that was really nice. Yeah, so take the summer off. I know. And then I could do YouTube every day by the pool all day.
Yeah.
And
we can join you, the nieces.
On the 9th, 17 years, and you got a flyer. I know someone I work with was like, I didn't even get a message. I go, I think it's my boss. I have a really awesome boss. Pea soup for dinner, Nick. Ooh, I hate pea soup.
Without me, Dad? What the hell?
You like pea soup? I don't.
You know what's funny? Literally, me, my dad, and one of my brothers, I don't know which one, and he never makes it when I'm home. And I'm coming home Thursday, Dad. Auntie, I'm going to be home.
All right. Should we hang out? When are you going to be home?
I'm going to be home. I'm actually going to be home the next 2 weeks. I'm coming home Thursday to celebrate my birthday just early with the fam. And then I'm going to be home the following week for Easter.
Oh, that's right. And your mom's birthday. So I've got Uncle Johnny gave me a gift card because he doesn't like the restaurant. Someone gave him a gift card. I shouldn't say that on here. It's not, he just doesn't like Fortune Vine. So I have a gift card. We should go there.
We should go there. I love it.
So anytime you want to go when you're home. Oh, he keeps saying to me, are you going to take the girls? I'm like, I totally forgot about it.
Yep.
Okay. Everyone's saying take the summer off. So
it's settled. You're doing it.
Lisa, I hate pea soup. Like it can't even be in my house. I can't have pea soup in the house at all. Hi, Iced Coffee. It's so good to see you. I feel like I've missed a lot of people in the chat because NIKKI and I have been chatting. So hi to everyone. And I'm so sorry. I do go back and read every single comment. So sorry if I missed you and didn't say hi. I'm just busy with NIKKI. We have so much to talk about.
We're just chatting.
We're just sitting here chatting. I got monetized this week, NIKKI.
Auntie, that is so exciting. Like, seriously. You've come a long way. I'm proud of you.
I have come a long way. I have come a long way, especially since, my first episode was just October 10th. It's crazy. Genuine likes peas. Yeah, you either like pea soup or you don't.
Auntie, I have the weirdest thing to tell you. You want to know one thing that reminds me about Grandpa Ron, and it's really random?
What?
What is it? Cookie dough ice cream. Like anytime I'm in the store and I see cookie dough ice cream, it brings me back to a time where my mom used to I don't know if it was after a tournament, but she'd bring me to Grandpa Ron's and he would give me a bowl of every time of cookie dough ice cream. I was young.
That was so random.
Isn't that random? I thought about it yesterday.
I think of Grandpa Ron, I think of meatloaf. He used to freaking make us that's the only thing he could cook, and it was tough. But I make really good meatloaf. But Uncle John likes that. I don't like meatloaf, but that's what Grandpa Ron could make. So
yeah.
Dr. Trey says, my late dad hated peas as a kid. He hid them in his pocket. Oh my God, that would be me. Yeah. No, I don't eat hot dogs either. Oof.
I love a hot dog in the summer. I do.
Yeah, I don't eat hot dogs. I can't cook hot dogs. I don't want to touch them. If I have to put them on the grill, I'm pissed at the cookout. Like someone else do it.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it. Oh, Auntie Debbie says that's a sweet memory.
It's strange. I don't know why.
Text Maddie to use the link. Yeah. So Maddie's at a St. Patty's Day parade. If you're late, having a couple cocktails, and we just wanted to come in and say hi.
All right, let me text her. I told her the chat wants her.
Yes, chat wants Maddie.
Chat, get Maddie to come.
Hot dogs. What in the world is that? A cheese-filled hot dog? Have you ever heard of that?
No, but that sounds good. I will only eat a hot dog in the summer, like and a Fenway Frank. Frank is good. So that's a staple. But yeah, I mean, I've never had one with cheese, but I definitely would.
I remember tossing it. Oh yeah, the dogs would eat everything. The problem is now Prince won't even eat food if it falls on the floor. He's so fussy.
Oh.
That wouldn't work. We're gonna watch Skip take a bath in a few minutes. I'll let you leave before that. We'll see if Maddie wants to join.
I know.
What do you got coming up this week? Anything?
No, honestly, no.
Did you take the dates off yet for summer? I just gave them to my boys for vacation.
No, I need to. We'll see if it gets approved. Maddie goes, it's way too loud here. Oh, she's such a party pooper.
I bet it is.
Chad, I'm the favorite sister. Don't let that get mixed.
Yeah, Nikki showed up.
I showed up.
Okay, Bolaschetti wants to know. She wasn't here at the beginning.
Bolaschetti, it's because I feel I'm turning 27 in like a week and a half, and I feel like I've hit that age, which Maddie's older than me, so she's getting a ding here. But
dig.
I don't know. Sunday's like my reset day. I don't have in-unit washer or dryer, so I had to go do laundry. I have to get my nails done. I have to work out. I have to go grocery shopping and meal prep. I'm an adult now. I don't like it.
And you'll feel good though. You won't be hungover.
And I have horrible hangovers, to be honest with you. Like I lay in bed all day, and like I can't do that with my job, especially tomorrow. I have a really busy day with customers, so there's
responsible decisions. I'm
growing up.
We're so proud of you. We love you, Maddie, when you watch this.
Well, this will be a test, Auntie, if she watches it.
Structure is good, Nikki.
Growing up.
Yeah, so you're busy this week? Let me think. What is my week like?
I don't know. During the week, I'm kind of in like a work like 8 to 5 or 8 to 6, and then I work out, eat dinner, go to sleep. Like I really don't do stuff during the week. It's just like a cycle of that.
Yeah, that's life. That's what life is. Yeah. Do you ever work out in the morning? I love working out in the morning.
I rarely do it. Sometimes I'll do lunch. Lunch is kind of a push for me, but I cherish my sleep. I'm a sleep girly. Like I need to sleep in. I'm cranky in the morning. I need a coffee. So it's hard to get a coffee and then work out, to be honest.
Yeah. I like getting it over with. Chances are if I wait until nighttime, there'll be 100 reasons not to go work. So if I just get up, pour a K-cup in a cup, drive there, and the class starts at 5:30, you're there and you just do it, and then it's over, and by 7 o'clock you're done. I know. Once you do it for like you don't even think about it. It's like how you get up and shower. You get up and just go.
Yeah, I can do it. I can do it on the weekends. Like if I sleep in till like 9 or 10, I can then get up, but never would I ever work out before 9. That would be very hard. I'd be sleepy, and I'm a runner. So to get the courage to like run it just wouldn't happen.
Bye, Bay Harbor Beauty. She's headed out.
Bye.
She's heading out. She's working. She's hard at work because we've given her so many orders. Go to Bay Harbor Beauty. Order that eye cream. It's the best. Yeah, the class, but it also helps that I have a workout crew. So there's like 6 women that always go. There's 2 gyms because one wasn't enough. We belong to two gyms, and we take classes together. So we hold each other accountable. So it's nice. Yeah.
A little group.
Amy runs if she's chased by scary monsters. Oh my God, that's so funny. Well, thank you, honey. I know it's noon and you have to run. What else do you have for me? Anything before you go?
No, this was absolutely a blast. Thanks, chat. You were all so great.
Remember, the emperor has no clothes. Remember
I
that
will remember
story.
that. That's a really good story and a really good takeaway. I think it makes you think back to like moments in the past. That's what I was doing. Because I'm a straight shooter. I'll speak up. Like I think it's different in a work setting, Auntie. Because like if I'm out at a bar and someone said something that I didn't agree with, I would speak up. But I think work is a very tricky, slippery slope for the Emperor Has No Clothes.
It is very tricky, and everyone falls for it. There is no one person who's always um, going to speak up. But what I encourage people to do is don't be the emperor. Surround yourself. Some people like only yes people. Never correct me.
Yeah.
Never disagree. My ideas are always fabulous. I don't want to work for that environment.
Yeah.
I want to work for the person who, like my boss Ann. When I worked for Ann, she's not actually my boss anymore. She went to a different group, but she would always appreciate people that didn't just yes her to death. No one wants to be surrounded by successful people. Don't want to be surrounded by yes people. They want to hear different opinions, and they want to hear when they're not wearing any clothes in a parade full of people.
That's crazy. Like
If,
truly.
if you just surround yourself with yes people, I don't know, that's not the environment for me at work.
My takeaway is to be the con artist in the Emperor story. That's my takeaway. Oh God, I can't.
Kristen, I thought he had a bathing suit on. Kristen, so I was having a lovely date night with Uncle Johnny last week. And I get a DM from Kristen, go to Skip's channel now. So I'm like, okay, pause Dateline, Uncle Johnny. I had to go to Skip's channel. So he's in the tub and I thought he was naked, but it turns out he had a bathing suit on. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, but Dr. Trey, we're gonna go over there when NIKKI leaves, and we're gonna check it out. We're gonna. Oh, she's kidding.
Oh my God. Well, I'll let you guys get to
Love you,
Skip.
NIKKI, honey.
Love you, Auntie.
You're coming Thursday?
I'm gonna come home Thursday. I'll text you. I think we're gonna go to our favorite restaurant on Saturday. It starts with a K. I don't know if
Yay. Oh, I love that.
I know, me too. So I don't think we're doing anything Friday.
We could go to Fortune Vine and use Uncle Johnny's money. Yay.
We win.
We always do. We always use Uncle Johnny's money.
My favorite type.
Thank you, honey. Have fun.
Love you, Auntie. Bye, chat. Thanks for having me.
Have fun doing errands.
I won't.
Do you know how to leave? Oh, she does. Good. She does. I didn't watch it until it was in the tub. It does. It makes me so uncomfortable, the whole thing. We're going to go over there. We're going to see. I was ignoring the chat. Iced coffee. We video. Oh, hold on. I'm blurry. Okay, that's better. We record it every Friday night and then watch it every Saturday if we don't go out or when we're done. The problem with Friday nights, we didn't watch it because it's a rerun. Dateline sometimes will do a 2-hour update and it's a rerun, and then the last 30 seconds, it's like some stupid update. So I didn't like Fridays, but anyways. Oh, 2020 was good. Oh, it was about okay. I don't think I have it recorded, but I should. She is so cute. Hi, Rhonda. She's adorable, isn't she? I love my nieces. They're so great. All right, let's go see. Let me go see what Skip is up to. I love the Sundays with her. We have great nieces and nephews. All right, I always look for Skip. That's wrong. It's the isolation here. How funny is it? I have to tell Danny that she was in the elbow. I'll have her send that to me. She was in it. That's so funny. She was in the elbow room. All right. Oh boy. I found it. He's in there. Look at 7 p.m. Okay. You record both of them. I should do that because I do like those types of shows. When I went back and watched this, I hate the clicking. You can hear me clicking. I don't know why my mouse is so loud. So apologies, but it's not a touch mouse. It's an actual click mouse. Okay. Everybody, you are going to take a bath with Skip because I really liked his content last time. Is Skip argumentative? Dr. Trey. It's live right now. I don't know what he's doing. Should I fast forward it? Where is he? Let's fast forward. Oh, there he is. No, he's got bathing suit on, you guys. I don't hear him. So I'm assuming he's trying to adjust his sound. Everyone's telling him there's no sound in the chat, just so you know. So it's not us. He's fixing it. I hate commercials too, Rhonda. I never, ever, ever do watch live TV. It's always recorded. He's trying to fix it. We'll wait for Skip. Hey, Skip, in the bathtub. So Skip last week started a segment called, if you don't know Skip, he is a YouTube content creator called The Isolation Year. And he is for 1 year isolating for mental health reasons and for physical reasons. He's trying to lose weight. He's going all in with improvement. And on last Saturday night,
that sucks. I had music playing this whole time and everything.
It's called The Hardest Part. And he does a segment every Saturday night. This one is called Skip is
I had no idea you guys were muted. Oy.
Have a good breakfast, iced coffee addict.
I hope it doesn't. I just read that Western bearded anoles are the Cuban false chameleons that they can walk on water because of their feet. Anyways, really, really appreciate everybody. Let's see. Let's move this camera up a little bit so that I don't have the.
Guys, I could not take a bath with you. I'm just telling you right now. You can join me out at the pool on my sabbatical. But not in the pool.
All right. It is relaxing, but I didn't do it because of relaxing. I did it to be vulnerable, honestly. Because you guys see, I'm comfortable in the room. Right now I'm uncomfortable. That's what the goal is. Last week, I don't know how many of you here, but we talked about how I'm mean. I don't try to be mean. We talked about that. A couple times this week, I found myself like, particularly one guy came into the chat. I think his name was Tim. And I just went to laying in him. And it was because I didn't understand what his problem, like what he was going through. And
so I don't watch Skip a lot, as you guys know. I get really uncomfortable in his room. I don't know why. It's a me issue. It's not a Skip issue. I support him 100% on his journey. I've come far, right, Kristen? Haven't I come far, Kristen? I'm watching him in a bathtub. I admire his courage. This is hard to do for him. But is the chat mean to him? Like, do they come in? I could see that, right? Because you get, okay, that's what I was asking. Jen, he gets weirdos in his chat. Yeah. So the emperor wears no clothes, Skip. I'm going to send him that story just so he can know that he's authentic and he doesn't have to argue with people. He can ignore them.
I felt really bad about it. afterwards, and I'll probably never see that guy again because I jumped to conclusions and just chewed his butt. It wasn't my typical, I don't understand, and so I seem mean kind of thing. It was more I was mean, but I did, and during this, I got a really short memory, and so most of the time when we talk about experiences, they're going to be the closest experiences. Once in a while, we'll hit on topics that I remember stories and stuff. But a lot of times it's going to be based on the experiences I'm having today or this week or anything like that. And obviously, I do a lot of responding to Instagram people. I had a guy, it was about the 25,000 steps. He said, you should be doing 100,000 or something like that. And I kind of treated him bad over it. And he came.
Does he do 25,000 steps a day in a room? Is that even, he must have, obviously he has a treadmill, but is that what his goal is? That seems like a really high, unless it's for the week. Is that for the week?
Back to me and he said, I thought you were trying not to be mean. He evidently was watching, paying attention. And he said, I thought you were trying not to be mean. And he said, I really think you could do it. And I'm like,
wow.
Okay, well, I didn't really talk to him anymore. I just thought to myself, 100,000 steps is a lot, but I didn't need to jump down his throat. I could have just ignored it and went on with myself. And this guy would still be, he probably isn't even watching anymore because I was rude to him. And that was because I didn't understand what he was trying to say.
The most steps I ever got in one day was 21,000. And it's when John and I were doing urban hiking. That's what we called it. I don't know if that's really what it's called. We walked through Seattle, up and down the hills and the streets of Seattle, sightseeing. And it was 21,000. I couldn't imagine doing it in a room.
And so it'll be a continuous work in progress, but I'm very aware of it. And so I, just like being argumentative, I'm very aware of it. And so I'm working very hard to change that part of my attitude to letting people know maybe I don't understand something, which is going to kind of segue into what we're talking about tonight with the argumentative. I put up there, who thinks, how many people think I'm argumentative? We've got 14 votes. Basically, we've got 50% or so saying, yeah, you're argumentative. And then 53% saying I'm not. I'm assuming that the 53% are mostly people here all the time. And the other 50% are people that aren't. Because I think that when you get to know me, you might understand a little bit more of why I do some of the things I do. So let's get into it. This time I got it on my phone. That way I can see it a little bit better and I don't get pages all wet. So Skip is argumentative. Okay, that's the topic today. Apparently I'm argumentative. That's the new diagnosis. I get told all the time that I'm argumentative, all the time. And that's the diagnosis that I've been given on Instagram, is how that I don't listen to nobody, that I'm argumentative and things of that nature. And the fact is, I do come off argumentative. I do. And I'm going to explain a little bit of that, and then how it affects me mentally, and what
I'm gonna speed it up.
What maybe even with some help from you guys, what I can do to eliminate some of that argumentative. Let me close this.
Tell me if that's too fast.
Actually, you know what? Can I pop the chat out? Yeah. Well, anyways.
We won't watch all of it. I have one other thing I'm going to watch. If you guys want to watch it with me, you can.
So, I get comments that I'm argumentative on chat, clips,
How old is Skip? Do we know how old he is?
They say that I fight about everything, like everything's like a fight. but like when I think about it, and I think of myself, I don't think of myself as argumentative. I'm not really argumentative. I just am slower at understanding than what most people are. Like when you have a conversation, it's usually very two-sided, and I feel like there's two parts of the guy over here and one part of me. And so there's two parts that I want to get to know, and they've got just one part of me that doesn't really react or talk. I'm just really slow at comprehension, you know.
Side Eyes Jess has a really good comment that people come in and tell him what he's doing is he's constantly wrong. So I'm sure that makes him frustrated. In the way that he's described his mental processing of things, I bet, and he's talking about it right now, obviously, but I bet it does frustrate him, and he always comes off as frustrated, and I can see that. He does seem really sweet. I can't help thinking that my biggest concern for Skip, and I always say I support him 100%. I'm concerned that there's no physical touch, no like hugs. I think he needs a hug. I know that's weird.
So what does argumentative look like on stream? So usually somebody explains something to you once. And instead of somebody explaining something to me once, they'll tell me something and try to explain it. But I don't respond with, that doesn't make sense, or can I hear more? Usually I answer a question with a question, which is seems very argumentative. I wish that I said things like, that doesn't make sense, explain that again, or what do you mean? But instead I say stuff like, why though? And then I ask questions. The real problem that I have is my processing speed. I need more information to get what anybody is trying to say to me. And I'm going to give you a couple of examples. One is with Coach. I drive Coach nuts. And that's because he gets a customer or client. He tells them, you eat this and you work out here, and that's good enough. They understand it. They understand if I do this and I do this, that I'll lose weight, or I'll be stronger, or whatever. If he says eat this, I say, well, why that? Like if I eat something with this many macros, what difference does it make if there's something over here that's got the exact same macros? And that is frustrating. And I
no, Dr. Trey, but now I'm so worried about it. I wasn't even thinking about it. I just got a smart alert, smart 911 alert for a flood watch issued in this area. Just so if you're in this area, it's not raining out, so I guess rain is coming overnight, maybe.
I understand that. I wish that I could stop it. It's a problem that I have and probably what I should do is try to maybe look up the answers instead of asking him, look up the answers online, but that's just never been who I am. I ask them. I believe him. I believe what he says. And so if I believe you, I ask questions. If I don't ask questions, I probably don't believe you, and I'm not asking those questions. And so in my mind, I'm like, I'm not argumentative. I just want to know the answers to these questions, which can be very frustrating to people because it seems like I'm questioning your knowledge, and that's never my intention. I'm questioning my knowledge, and I don't think that I'm knowledgeable about anything. And so when somebody talks or has input or anything like that, I'm there to listen. And I would like to ask questions afterwards, but sometimes I think people get frustrated with the questions. So
that's interesting, Jess. Yeah, that's people are out there thinking, Sadie's Jess says, people are out there thinking they can fall in love with people online they've never met or interact with them in that way. Trust me, people can go without touch. You bring up such an interesting point because I think you can go without touch. Yeah. So let's talk about parasocial relationships and how weird it is, right? We see it. We see like these content creators that are in your life every day. You get to know their families. You get to know their habits, their work life. Now, all of a sudden, you think you're friends. You're not friends. It's a one-sided emotional connection, and they don't think about you, but you may think about them all the time. So emotionally, you're attached to them, but they're not thinking about you. And so people may think that way about Skip, right? They may think like, well, of course I can tell you this, you're my friend. And he's thinking, why are you saying that to me? But I worry about like his wife or his kids or grandkids. That type of touch would bother me. You've been apart 14 months. That's so tough. Yeah. Yeah, you definitely can do it. You're right. Especially if it's for, see, that's why I bring it up. I'm like Skip in the way, in terms of, I just put it out there if I don't know. I try not to pretend I know something. If I don't know, I say, let's look it up. Let me ask the chat. You guys are really good about giving me information. I'm not afraid. I don't think it's a weakness to not know something. Like NIKKI saying she didn't know the story about the emperor's new clothes. That's so refreshing to me. Instead of pretending like, oh yeah, she's like, I never heard that before. That's a gift when you can admit like, hey, I don't know, but I'm going to find out. And you're right. If you look at it through Genuine's eyes, she has to go without seeing her husband. She has no choice. And maybe Skip has determined this is what I need for my mental health, for my physical reset. He's using this year, I think, as a reset. And I think that's great. Yeah, maybe it is different because she's right beyond a door. In my mind, in my romantic mind, they sneak out and, you know, have a husband and wife moment, even if it's a hug or a kiss. But they don't, because he's always on camera, always. Yeah, I like being in small chats too, Side Eyes Jess, and getting to know people there. Although my sister Lynn she can't believe people are real.
The real problem is needing more information, needing things explained to multiple ways. Like sometimes I need analogies so that I understand it. Like, and that's not other people's fault. I understand that this is my problem that I'm having, not theirs. This is the struggles that I have. And I need to remember that, don't I? A little bit, because all it does is frustrate people, and I need to do better.
Okay, Dr. Trey, the first thing I thought of when you put that up, or when I put that up, but when I saw I missed my husband and my dogs, the first thing I thought of, I can't go without my dogs. Shh, John, you didn't hear that. Dogs came first.
I need to think things through a little slower. Sometimes I ask a million questions, when in reality, if I slow down and really thought about what they were saying, try to unpack it, and then go back later if there was more things to ask. But I need to get better at writing them down, because part of the reason that I seem argumentative is I'm going to forget real quick. And so I ask as many questions as I can right now, and I retain about 60% of the answers that you give. And so I usually will end up smarter at the end of our conversation than at the beginning. And I think a lot of people pick things up really quickly, and I just am not that guy. I'm a slow burn is what I am. And I will pick it up. Like for instance, Dimitri, I haven't asked a million questions because I don't have somebody to ask a million questions, but I've read 1,000 articles on false chameleons, Cuban false chameleons. And I do that because I do like to get educated on topics. I get.
Okay, so you see how he's talking? I will make a comment here. And it's not, again, judgment-free zone. He communicates in an argumentative way. The way he enunciates, the way he talks. I haven't seen Skip talk. When I tune in for a few minutes, he's always not speaking. So last Saturday we saw him talk, and this Saturday, and I am noticing it might just be his style, his delivery style, because he's focused. You can see he's internalizing it. And so his delivery is a little, severe, but I'm not in a critical way. I'm just saying, so people are interpreting that as being argumentative, but I think it's his style. Skip is right. Answering a question with a question is argumentative. Yeah. And that's how he learns. That's how he retains it. Yeah. Yeah. As soon as I saw Side Eyes, Jess is absolutely right. Like, we genuinely care about Genuine and our hubs and what they're going through. Absolutely. And the first thing I thought of when I saw her in the chat was, oh my gosh, I heard your husband was deployed. You're right. You're right. We do really care. His delivery style is interesting.
Raked over the coals because I haven't done everything that I said that I was going to do inside this room. That's not exactly true. Like, as far as my reading goes, I still suck at fiction, but the amount that I've learned in the last 2 months from just having the time to learn things, man, I'm learning.
Also, I have it on 1.5 speed. So maybe the delivery isn't as harsh as I am now realizing I have it, sped up. So it might come across a little harsher.
I have a lot that I'm learning, and I'm not so good at sharing what I'm learning because some of it just doesn't matter, right? Like when I'm doing this, when I'm making new meals and stuff, I look at what reacts with what. Like I did not know that you could whip eggs 3 different ways and make it turn out fluffy. I had no idea, but I know now, and I know what works good for me. So the 3 ways I probably will never do. I'll always use lemon juice. I'm learning, and that's important to me because that's something that I'll use my whole life because I'm trying to stay thin and trying to stay skinnier by dieting and working out. I need to test ideas before accepting them, which is kind of true. Like when, again, I don't want to go back on pick on Coach, but when he says something, it takes me a while. Like it was like a month in before I really believed that eating more makes you lose weight. I was like, this is crazy. Like I could just not eat forever and be okay. But it wasn't the case. And not only that, but I've gotten hungry. Like the last few days, I'm starving. I don't know what happened to my metabolism, but this dude is hungry. And Coach likes to hear that because that means that my metabolism is working. But man, do I get hungry. And that's not normal for me. So this is the important part of the title. Skip is argumentative. It causes conflict. I have a lot of conflict with people that I like and love and don't want to have conflict about because of my own insecurities. And so that's what this podcast is about, is try to get over some of the insecurities and maybe either start writing stuff down to where I can research it on my own, which is probably the smart way to do it. Or
it is
explaining to every single person that I ever talk to that I don't have any, it's not that I don't believe you. It's just that I don't understand it. I need to learn more. Instead of saying I'm not understanding yet, I just get frustrated. Like when I'm asking a ton of questions, they get frustrated and then I get frustrated and then we're both frustrated. And it oftentimes can get into an argument, or, I don't want to admit that I'm not very smart and they just want me to believe that they are, that they know their thing, which I don't not believe already. But at the same time, I probably should just take them at their face value, do my little bit of the extra research that I want to do. It's not their responsibility to teach me everything. The conversation, it switches from understanding to defending. Now they're defending themselves, and then when they become defensive, I become defensive, and then we got two people defending themselves when all it was me not being very good at expressing myself. And I know this, and it still happens. Me and my wife, like everybody will say from now until the end of the time, me and my wife are arguers. We argue with each other. Now we do it just fine, but my wife hates doing it in public, which I do too, but I have a hard time controlling myself because I just go grab a box of Twinkies and then I ask like a million questions and she's like, will you just get some cash and Twinkies? Okay. And then we're frustrated at each other. People often think then at that point that it's an argument and not just a understanding thing. And since I've been in my late 40s, I've been a lot better at telling people, listen, I'm not, I don't mean anything by this, but people don't take it to face value. That people will, especially like the people on Instagram and stuff, I get told constantly that I'm arguing, I don't take advice. And I'm like, just some person on the line, you're right. I'm not just going to take advice. So I'm going to ask these questions. And then if you don't want to give them to me, there's nothing I can do about that. And I probably should go a different route. If they really wanted to come and give me insight stuff, they would come into YouTube. They're not doing that. They're just doing it on Instagram. And they're not expecting me to come up with a bunch of questions or a follow-up responses. And so I get it. I get their frustration and I need to work on that. I need to not be so. There's a bunch of people that are rude on Instagram, but I think I lose a lot of nice people on Instagram because I won't just take them at face value. They don't really mean anything rude by. When you're a little bit slower, like I am, I'm a little like, you feel like everybody's against you. And that they're going to find out that you're not very smart. I don't, just so it's so clear, it's not that I don't think I'm smart. I can learn anything. It's just takes me a little bit longer. But the fact is, when I do learn it, I'm going to learn it. I'm going to learn it. Like I'm going to know more about it than most. Now I'll forget it all if I stop doing it.
Here's what I think. I'm curious what you think. I think he went into this with a plan for mental health, with a plan for losing weight. I think that I'm assuming he never did YouTube before, right? I guess I shouldn't assume that. I'm new to this. If he's never had a channel before, it might be a lot to deal with all the comments and all the people watching him, but he purposely set it up that way. Was this something that he was just doing on Instagram, and does anyone know? And then it came over to YouTube, or was it originally on YouTube all along? Because it seems like even the stream last week and then this one, the issues are coming from the chat. Oh, surprise, surprise. Who knew the chat could cause, not my chat. My chat's wonderful. My mods are wonderful. We, let's see, Dr. Trey, I don't know what he's doing this for advice. He's just sharing his journal. Yeah, people have good intentions, and some people don't have good intentions. And also though, sometimes people may know and they're trying to help him and he may not want that. I'm not sure if he has. Yeah, that'd be curious. I'm not going to watch the whole thing. We'll just watch because I want to get to. I saw something this morning from our friend Aaron about, and it's only 8 minutes long, about surveillances, which is of course up my alley, and I need to watch that.
I'll forget it. But the fact is, I try to. Now, there's some stuff I don't forget. Like I can still rebuild pumps from now until my whole life. But just because I rebuilt so many pumps, repetition.
Does he work today?
Is phenomenal.
Is he working remote?
Streaming makes it worse. I'm much more argumentative now just because of the sheer number of people that I interact with. I don't usually interact with this many people, a few people here and there, but my customers even, like sometimes I just can't shut my mouth. Like I ask them a million questions. I really know what they're saying, but I just want to make sure. It really frustrates people, like especially in the education route. When you ask a teacher over and over and over, they get frustrated with you, which is what makes me shut down in education. That's how come Honey has been so nice. It's because she just is fine to teach me whatever. But that's not been my experience. I ask a lot of questions, and I have the Honey too. If you go back and look at our streams with her, I ask her a million questions, and she's just so kind about it. And that's not what I'm used to. I'm more used to
who Honey is?
Getting pissed.
I love questions.
My live and then trolls and chat and Instagram and all this, they make you more on edge, which makes me even more asking questions because I'm trying to learn at that point. Like, are they for me, against me? Do I need to educate them? Are they educating me? And so then I'm asking even more questions, which gets me in even more of a bind, which is absolutely sucks and frustrating, both for me and for them. And I feel bad about it immediately. And then I'm sure they don't want to come back. And I need to get better at just not being so argumentative. Even though I don't feel like it's argumentative, it comes off as being argumentative. I need to get better at, well, let me listen to what you have to say. Like, remember, I'll always say, no, don't ban them. Let's debate with them. Well, I really want to hear their point. I want to understand. I want to understand it. I want to understand all of it.
He probably has too big of a channel to allow that. He's got to ignore the trolls. He's big. He's not a small channel anymore. So he has to adopt a mentality of, you're not worth it. I'm going to ignore you.
So maybe I'm not argumentative. Maybe I just need more information before things click,
I have a new member, Genuine. Thank you so much for the support. You are so awesome. I forget that I have memberships. So thank you for the reminder. And I appreciate it. Thank you so much. We love having you in this chat.
What the Harry? Did Prince Wales say that he agreed with me? That is new.
Was that Prince of Wales that he just said? Tell me it was Zach.
But anyways.
That's what he said.
Let's see what my daughter has to say.
It's funny.
Oh, I can't see it.
Yeah, I was just texting with my son, so I hate to look at my phone.
I'm going to read what a couple people are saying. Skip requires more information. Should be in the new tagline. Hey, y'all, been lurking around for a few days and finally decided to post tonight. Totes hyped up for the journey. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, man. Hey, Ezra, Vice, Melissa. I appreciate you guys all being here. We're talking about how I'm argumentative. I was wondering if there's anybody in the chat that, especially because he's got some crazy memory, maybe Bloom, maybe BLR, or anybody that doesn't agree with me, Prince, or if there, I know that we have lurkers that are always lurking that don't agree with me. If you guys have, I would love to talk about some examples of when I was argumentative.
Zach is hilarious, Genuine. He really is. But you know what? He's actually a sweetheart. Don't tell him I told you that. He's actually kind-hearted. He'll email me, and he's really a good person. He really is. He hides it, but don't tell anyone. He's a good person.
If anybody's got one of those stories, Coach knows that I'm argumentative.
Yep.
About food volume. Coach is correct. I have argued many times about not just food volume, but I argue with Coach more than anybody. And it's not really arguing, it's educating myself. And that is a perfect example, Coach, because when I leave here, I just want to be educated. Katie says, I see you ask questions. Never seen you come across as argumentative, but maybe that's just me. The Susan Bam debate. I did argue with Prince on, and that Prince, that is more of that. So here, what Prince is talking about. This, I have a philosophy, and it's probably incorrect, but that's because of not understanding. So the other day, I'm doing legs. Coach wasn't there, so I'm doing my natural bitching about lunges and squats because I hate them. And I was in a lot of pain, to be completely honest. My legs have been in pain for days. I finally, this morning, I just laid there. I just laid down and let my legs recover because no matter what I did, they weren't recovering. And so I said, I made a statement of, I think, why not work on, I have big legs. The reason that guys work on their legs is because they have small, tiny legs, like my son. My son's legs are about this big around. Well, he needs to do leg day because he needs to get some muscle in there, but I just need to lose weight. And then just like Coach says, my abs are there. I don't have to work abs as much. Well, I use my legs for everything. And so I was like, why not wait until you're 250 pounds and then throw legs in there when the lunges and all that stuff is so much easier. And it's not even all the legs. I'm mostly just talking about lunges, reverse lunges, things like that. The squats, those are easy. It's the lunges. They kill me. And I'm sure that I'm wrong, but I was pushing the envelope and I was waiting for that. Well, you do that because of this. And I really should just listen to Coach because Coach, this is what he does for a living. But in my mind, I want to know why. And that does come off as argumentative.
So there were, Genuine, there were floods. So I don't know the whole story, and it's Zach's story to tell, but I know he was really, Baker talked about it. He saved people's lives, and he helped with rescues in the Texas floods. I think it was the campsite floods, if I remember. I actually heard about it from Shizzy. Shizzy, not, I can't remember how to say his name. I'm so sorry. We'll just call him Shizzy. Shizzy Wiznut. I heard it from him. And Baker did it too. Yeah, we'll have to. He was really good, really helpful. Rescued people. You guys, this is the longest I've watched a skip. I like this.
Yeah, my injury on my right side is rough.
I think it's tone. So, I don't think it's
I didn't really think I come across as, that's what Katie says. She didn't really think I was arguing. I saw more into.
I don't think it's argumentative. I think it's his tone, and he's in his late 40s, and yeah, it was pretty amazing from what we heard. All right, we are going to switch. Let me see. I want to switch, but I also want to.
I was giving my point of view. That's probably right, but it does come off as arguing. And Melissa, you're probably right. Ike, did you come up with an argument just out of curiosity? I think people nowadays are too sensitive, and I do think that that's part of my problem, Prince, is I really haven't changed myself, but people are much more sensitive, which isn't a problem. That's my problem. I need to probably, it's called assimilate. I probably need to assimilate, but it was like I worked offshore for like 10 years, and then when I came home from offshore, everybody was so soft. And if you say anything about that, they get pissed.
He's not wrong. So I will watch him all day. So you know what? I like hearing him talk. What I don't like is peeking in his bedroom, and if he's on the bed, if he's eating or cooking, it's too intimate for me. But and I never heard him talk. I always see him just living. And it felt like a show where he doesn't know that everyone's watching him, even though I know he signed up for it. Yeah, Zach really is a sweetheart. I'm going to tell him not to listen to the stream. How funny is it that Zach's on skips stream that we're streaming. I mean, that is so funny. That is so funny. Okay, let's switch gears because I have to run. I have things to do today. I have a chicken to cook and some root vegetables. And I already have I love on Sundays to put a bunch of sweet potatoes in the crock pot. You wash them off really good. You don't poke them. You don't put anything on them. Just pop them in. And my house already smells like, well, you have to like sweet potatoes. I love sweet potatoes. John and I like them. So, and then we have them for a few days. Something you didn't know. Let me see. I know it's super intimate. Why doesn't that bother me? Yeah. I know. Here I am saying I could watch him in a bathtub all day because at least he's talking. So once he's talking to me, I feel like we're not, and he wants to be vulnerable. I get it all. I get that. I know. Here I am saying that I don't want to be in his bedroom while he's cooking, but hey, put me in the bathroom with him. I can see why that's a strange statement. All right, no, I don't want to watch that. I do want to watch. We haven't done anything on the Epstein files, which I'm so disappointed in. I haven't had time. Last Sunday, we did a really good show with the MIT graduates who built a server-based browser called Jmail. Google Jmail instead of Gmail, and you'll have a repository of easily digestible Epstein file information set in an email setting, and that's Jmail. Trump escalates surveillance on America. So that is something that's relevant to me. So it's relevant because you guys are here. It's going to be relevant to you guys. We're going to watch that. It's only 8 minutes and I have to run. And he always says it's breaking news, but newsflash, it's not breaking news. Just so you know. I guess to him, it's breaking news.
To grow, the Trump administration is rapidly expanding its surveillance capabilities here at Homeland Security through CBP. And while a war is raging overseas, we have some major developments right now that you need to know about. As the Iran war continues to grow, the Trump administration is rapidly expanding its surveillance capabilities here at home through ICE, through Department of Homeland Security, through CBP. And while a war is raging overseas, here at home, Americans are actively being surveilled in ways that you probably did not know about. Meanwhile, the war overseas continues to grow, and according to reports now, it could last several weeks as the administration tries to pivot from acknowledging why it actually went to war in the first place, now claiming that it needed to go to war because it needed to secure the Strait of Hormuz, which was never actually in the plan at the start of the war. So major developments right now. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. The more you like, the more people see this. And subscribe to my Substack. Click the link below to support my work, especially as the Trump administration this morning is doubling down on efforts to strip media licenses of those media companies that are not giving positive coverage to the war in Iran and the death of American soldiers abroad. I only answer to you. No one else will subscribe to support my work. I want to begin by talking about a key new report from The Guardian, because hacked data now shows that the Department of Homeland Security's technology incubator is funding a variety of companies that would expand its surveillance capabilities with artificial intelligence. The projects at the Office of Industry Partnership include automated surveillance in airports, adapters allowing agents to use...
Hi, Grammy Kisses. Hold on 2 seconds. I need to take notes on this. Thank you for joining us. We're just doing a real quick update on some surveillance information that came out this morning that I didn't see. The projects at the Office of Industry Partnership, OIP. I don't even know what that is. Okay. Sorry, there's a lot of words here and I just have to, even though he's going to talk through it, I have to understand what this says.
Phones for biometric scanning and an AI platform that ingests all 911 call data nationally and builds a, quote, geospatial heat map to, quote, predict incident trends, which appears to be a form of predictive policing. The data throws new light on the department's surveillance ambitions in the wake of the agency's unprecedented $165 billion funding boost in last year's tax and spending bill. After also the murders of Alex Preddy and Renee Good, the data was gathered by a pseudonym, Cyberhacktivists, and provided to reporters by transparency nonprofit Distributed Denial of Secrets. Although some of the data was already publicly available, The leak exposed more than 6,000 companies that bid with the agency, not all of whom were funded for their projects, offering a window on the full scope of the private sector's appetite for homeland security work and the technologies that DHS considered but did not pursue. Those parts of the data were already public match, the data provided in the leak. But there is some data that you may not have known about, biometrics. Contracts issued since Trump's inauguration include several focused on enabling agents to harvest biometric data using cell phones. On May 7, 2025, 3 contracts were issued for the development of these technologies, and all 3 promised to make them available beyond the Department of Homeland Security. One company, IdeaMine LLC, received nearly $175,000 for a technology called Vibe, an adapter that connects fingerprint and iris scanning to phones via USB-C or Lightning, offering plug-and-play compatibility with Android and iOS devices without requiring custom drives. Another company, IntelliSense Systems, received $174,990 for its similar Flow device, designed so that a phone and biometric scanner can be effectively handheld as a single unit, supporting handheld fingerprint and iris peripherals. Another company, Integrated Biometrics, received nearly $170,000 for a product called BioSlink, and wrote that its technology would serve DHS components, interagency stakeholders, non-federal entities, the intelligence community, and international mission partners. When you're at an airport, also be prepared. You are being surveilled in ways that you probably did not know about. 4 further contracts were awarded last year, totaling nearly $700,000.
You all know this, right?
Funding technologies for surveilling passengers approaching TSA airport security checkpoints. All 4 use AI to analyze existing CCTV feeds and automatically catalog passengers' physical characteristics and more. The IntelliSense OSSCA system would, quote, detect and track individuals, identify anthropometric characteristics, clothing articles, shoe types, and visible accessories, in which agencies can use to automatically alert operators with flags and detailed reports for adjudication. Its proposal listed commercial applications, including retail analytics and public space surveillance. Synthetic Applied Technologies proposed deep learning algorithms optimized for real-time processing on existing CCTV video streams at pre-checkpoint zones that will be deployed on commercial off-the-shelf hardware. Analytical AI received $175,000, and Toyon Research Company also $175,000 for similar systems. They are literally using AI to surveil you at airports. And it comes as the war in Iran is only expanding. Quote, "We have thousands of targets ahead," said the IDF spokesperson. "We are ready in coordination with our U.S. allies with plans through at least the Jewish holiday of Passover, which ends in about 3 weeks. And we have deeper plans for even 3 weeks beyond that." The war is expanding. Americans at home are being surveilled. And the Trump administration's narrative on why we went to war in the first place is now changing again.
We're obviously seeing a temporary increase in gas prices as Iran is trying to impede movement there in the Strait of Hormuz. We're now utilizing our strategic petroleum reserve. This is what it is supposed to be used for, right? This is the time whenever a president taps it, not as they're going into an election like we've seen in the past, but what is your message to people out there in the country right now who might be concerned to see this blip and this increase in gas prices?
We understand your concerns. We hear you, and we are taking them into account, and we have a plan to address them. And this is a temporary, short-term disruption in global oil prices that the president is ultimately going to rectify by wiping out the rogue Iranian terrorist regime. And the fact that the terrorists are holding the global oil industry hostage by threatening to shut down the Strait of Hormuz and traffic through the strait just underscores the need for President Trump to launch this operation in the first place. We cannot live in a world where we have radical Islamic terrorists threatening to hold the world's oil market and global economy hostage like this. So the Trump administration in the short term to address the rise in oil prices has rolled out a plethora of solutions to address this issue, providing political risk insurance to oil vessels and tankers moving through the strait. The president and commander-in-chief has said that he's willing to use the U.S. Navy to escort ships if and when necessary necessary when the military deems appropriate to do so. We've waived some sanctions for sanctioned oil that's already at sea to kind of stabilize the prices. And then, of course, as you mentioned, the release of oil from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve, which this president takes very seriously and is doing responsibly, unlike the last administration who abused the SPR for political reasons to try to artificially lower gas prices.
Now the reason that we needed to go in, according to Caroline Leavitt, was in part at least to secure the Strait of Hormuz from having terrorists control it. Okay. The American government doesn't just go into a foreign area and take control of it just because a terrorist controls it. That means, are we going to go and take over North Korea next? Are we going to go into Syria and take over parts where you may have insurgents leading the region, taking over the region? The Taliban was once considered a terrorist organization. Are we going to take over Afghanistan? I mean, come on. In any event, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe.
I don't know what the hacktivist thing was. To be honest with you, that's what was really interesting to me. The cyber hacktivists found out that they've contracted with companies to do AI security at airports. I kind of assume that's happening. That's not as concerning to me. I am still concerned that here it is. Is this the third week? I think this is the third week that we're going into the war. And that was the fifth reason that we're going in. I've always said I'm very concerned that the talking points aren't crisp. This is why we're going into war. It was nuclear. It was, regime change for the Islamic extremists, or is it to protect the Strait of Hormuz? I just feel more comfortable if we had a strategy plan, because then you could work backwards into an exit strategy and what success looks like. If it's a regime change, how are we changing it? I mean, you guys have heard me say that all. So thank you. This was great. It's so nice. Remember, it's the Ides of March, which is so telling that I happen to talk about the emperor's new clothes, or the emperor wore no clothes, or however. The story is actually called The Emperor's New Clothes, but people know it as the emperor has no clothes. Whichever way you do it. The freaking emperor's walking around in a parade convincing everyone he has clothes on. He's got no clothes on. Be your own person. Be authentic. I'm going to go. Have a great Sunday. Enjoy this day. I don't know why I got an alert for a flood. I think some rain must be coming, but have a fantastic day, everyone. And thanks for coming to the coffee hour.